Alright, so I just now got my microphone situated. I should have done that before I hit the start button. Now I've gone pretty much a minute without something happening. Anywho, is backing out of the parking garage real quick, and here we go. I do have the comments up on the screen, so I'm able to read the comments that are coming in. I'm going to try and keep this video short, just like the previous vlogs. Go ahead and open the gate real quick. Given the YouTube stream test that I did earlier, this shouldn't be too far behind what I'm actually doing. Now, for anybody who's already here, do let me know if the microphone, or excuse me, the audio is coming from my microphone, because I plugged it in after I started this stream, so I'm not sure if it's picking it up from the microphone. I assume it is. There is one question to address, but I'll answer that in a couple of minutes when maybe a couple other people join this. Audio is fine. Very well then. In that case, I will play a song and wait for other people to arrive. And it is not working. This is not working. There we go. It is warm up in this truck, just how it should be. After being cold all day, it is nice to be warm for a little while. I was gonna let this person go, but I was going too fast. Here we are at an all-way stop. Here I go. Red light up here, gonna make it right. Let's see how many people are watching this. It says only one person is here. I can only imagine who that is. I will switch to the face cam when I address David McBenge's comment, which I will do once I get on the highway. There's an intersection just before the highway where data is a bit slow, so the video might be a bit choppy, just for a little bit. It is 5 o'clock in the evening, on the way home, of course. Trying out this live stream thing. I've been testing live streams earlier this week. I tried live streaming from my phone on Twitch, and while it works okay, nobody shows up to those, so there's little point in continuing. Periscope is definitely a little bit better because I already have a following on Twitter, so those get some viewers and people chatting to interact. This is typically where it would get a little bit choppy and slow on my LTE, so hopefully it's not too bad. Get ready for the drop. Phone seems to be having a hard time focusing on the outside stuff. Armada, what a coincidence. I wonder if the YouTube replay of this live stream will sync the comments, much like the way Twitch does it. Very little traffic today for some reason. I left a tad later than I wanted to, and typically there is additional traffic at that intersection. Currently only one person in the chat. Did this stream show up on your subscription box, as they call it, or your subscription page? Since nobody else is here, I assume that it did not. Oop, I can't play that song, or that song, or that song. Maybe that song. Can't do that one. Ah, so you got an email notification for this. I don't think many people are, or I don't think many people enabled email subscriptions or email notifications for this channel. Anyway, since this will show up as a recorded video, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about David McBenge's comments real quick. Let me pause the song and let me switch to my face cam real quick. Looks like Colton Johnson has made it. How did y'all find this? Colton, did you see this in your subscription page, or did you get email notifications? Just curious as to how people are coming across. What up, y'all? Don't have my sunglasses in here. I left them in the garage for my bike ride on Sunday. So David McBenge left a comment about how he felt that laptops were overpriced, especially considering you can get a desktop for much less that gives you a lot more. I don't really agree that they're overpriced. Of course some are, such as the Surface Book. That's incredibly overpriced. MacBooks are of course overpriced, although comparing a Windows PC to a MacBook, I would say that the MacBook might actually be worth the extra cost because of how much better the hardware quality is. On that note, I used the XPS 13 that I unboxed yesterday for about 5 minutes before putting it back in the box because it's the carbon fiber deck looks nice, but it does attract fingerprints and smudges very quickly, and they're not that easy to remove. And because of that, you have to keep wiping it down regularly. So there is some general cleaning and maintenance that has to be done all the time, which I don't really like to have to do. The trackpad was actually okay. I think the click was a little bit too stiff. I would like a little bit of a softer click, so pretty much a MacBook trackpad. The keyboard was the worst part of it. It was incredibly soft, and you don't get any feedback at all when you're pressing the keys down, so it felt extremely cheap, and because of that, I was just unable to keep it. It also took longer than my MacBook to boot Windows 10, which you'd think a Windows laptop would boot Windows faster than a MacBook, but that's not the case with the XPS 13. And the fans also stayed on noticeably longer than they should, given I was doing pretty basic tasks after I set it up. And I think the last thing I didn't like about it is that it had quite a bit of coil whine, even when I'm not really doing that much. One of the things I read about coil whine in the XPS 13 previously was that even when you're just scrolling with the trackpad, it would exhibit, for whatever reason, a higher amount or a higher volume of coil whine, which I definitely noticed, and the moment I noticed it, it's just something you can't unhear. So the XPS 13 went back today, I think. Now back to the topic of laptops being overpriced. I don't necessarily think they are. You have to remember that you're getting not only a computer, but you're getting a monitor, a keyboard, a mouse, speakers, maybe an optical drive, a card reader, all that into a portable package. And that stuff costs more money, costs more to manufacture, because obviously with the desktop, you have so much room inside the case, you just put stuff on the motherboard, screw some things in, plug everything in, and you're done. So they're probably cheaper to make as well for pre-built units. Of course, building it yourself is always preferred. Now, that being said, I don't really think that they're overpriced. You get a lot more than what you would get with a desktop, all put together in an all-in-one portable unit. So I don't really think that they're overpriced. Now let me turn the comments back on. It says there are 3 people here. So this showed up in the sub box, which is good. We have Nisarg Mystery has joined us. Where are you driving to? I'm driving home from work. Yep, focusing on the road is preferred. I'm not going to do this stream for too long because I'd like to keep the VEDA videos relatively short, whatever that means. I'm going to turn the music back on and change a track. No, don't want that one, don't want that one, or that one, or that one. I could keep doing this all day and I bet saving light would be very last. Dragon Force is okay. Don't want to get copyrighted. I've been streaming for 11 minutes, so this is pretty decent. I'm going to set the cap to this video at 20 minutes, so when I hit the 20-minute mark, I'll go ahead and turn the video off, and this will be VEDA 18. I don't even have to do any editing today. It's kind of nice. Yeah, the YouTube video quality is not too bad, considering I am streaming from a phone on a freeway. I think the Twitch quality is a little bit better from when I was testing there. Of course, Periscope quality is a lot worse, but the video is more, there's less of a delay when you're using Periscope, so that you could have proper interaction with people. I don't think the comments are too delayed when using the YouTube live stream feature. This is actually using the Samsung camera application that comes with the Galaxy S7. It actually has a built-in YouTube live streaming feature. I tried the actual official YouTube app for live streaming, which does work, but the quality maxes out at 720p, which I'm not really a fan of. With the Samsung camera app, it does have a resolution option of up to 1080p. It also has an option for 60 frames per second, but that hasn't worked for me. Everything is still 30. Now that app can also go up to 4K, so I might actually try that. So I'll just, and here we are. And in doing that, the music stops. Let me play it again. There we go. It's pretty cool that the Samsung camera app has this live streaming feature built into it. I think I mentioned this in another video. That may have been my Twitch live stream actually, but when I, what was I gonna say? Oh, thanks to Android, I can force a background music application to keep playing music even while the camera and microphones are being used, which you can't do on iOS. It's either you can listen to music and not use a camera, or you can use a camera and not listen to music. So it's nice to be able to have a little bit more freedom on Android. Said that the stream was interrupted when I did the share feature. I'm not sure exactly what the interruption was like for the viewers, but hopefully I am back. I haven't seen a comment from anybody in a while, so I'm not sure if that's still working or if nobody's actually commenting. It is now 5:11 in the afternoon. It's been 11 minutes since I last reported what time it was. Still doesn't seem like the camera is completely focusing on the outside world. But hey, the fact that I'm just going down a highway, streaming live video that looks pretty good, to me is still pretty incredible that something like this is possible. A couple of comments have just rolled in. Let's see what they say. How fast am I going? I am going 65 miles an hour, which for our international folks is 105 kilometers an hour. Mr. John Van something or another said, if we won't make any comments in the following minutes, how will you complete the full 20 minutes? I will complete the full 20 minutes by talking to myself while driving. The stream skips 10 seconds ahead during the interruption. Okay. 15 minutes and 20 seconds in, 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. For those still in the stream, is the audio still okay? I'm thinking I might do something like this in Hawaii. Just do a driving stream for that day instead of, actually no, too much is going to be on to just do a driving vlog. Like I said a few minutes ago, it is nice for today to be able to just do a live stream vlog and not have to do any editing later on. Now yesterday's vlog was, I think, pretty short, and I did the editing on my MacBook Pro. It took 12 minutes to render a 2-minute video, so it took 6 times longer than the length of the actual video to render, which is pretty slow. It would have taken my desktop 6 minutes, so half the amount of time. I also did the automatic upload on the MacBook using a batch script. So basically, after the Vegas rendering finished, it would upload the video without me having to do anything. And that also included setting the title, the description, the privacy settings, the category, all of those things automatically for me. And the idea behind that is that when I'm in Hawaii, I'll probably render the videos overnight, and thanks to the YouTube upload script, I can upload after the rendering finishes. So by the time I wake up, the video should already be uploaded. People may have already left comments, and everything is automated and good to go. A couple more comments have just come in. Let's see. Colton says that the audio is fine. He also says that what kind of car will you have in Hawaii? It's a very small, compact Nissan of some sort. I forgot the name of it, but it's not really what I wanted, but I didn't really have a choice in that matter from the rental car company. John says, how will the weather be in Hawaii? It's supposed to be pretty clear. I think maybe Saturday and Sunday there's a 50% chance of rain, and it's going to be a little bit cloudy. But otherwise the temperatures are going to be in the 80s. The low, I think, is going to be 72, which is fantastic. I should be able to wear shorts every single day I'm there. So 18 minutes down. Scratch that. 17 minutes, 55 seconds in, 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go. No, I don't want to hear Skrillex. Don't want to hear them. Ooh, Frontliner, look at that. I'll turn that up a little bit. If anybody watched my vlog on Monday the 10th, I think it was, I talked about hardstyle music and how on every Monday I listen to a 3-hour radio show called, well, it's not a radio show, but it's a 3-hour audio show on the internet called The Magic Show, where it's 3 hours of non-stop hardstyle. I enjoy it. Yesterday's episode was pretty good. And the cool thing about going to Hawaii is that they're 5 hours behind here. So that show would typically be on at 1 in the afternoon. In Hawaii, it's going to be on at 8 in the morning. So it's going to be something I can listen to in the morning there. 18 minutes, 50 seconds down, 1 minute to go. If more people leave comments to this, I'll go ahead and keep the stream going a little bit longer. It's just nice I don't have to spend an hour rendering a video today. The viewer counter just went up a couple. It says there are 5 viewers right now. It went down to 4. It went down to 3, but we do have a new comment. Let's pull it up and see what it says. Colton said, how long is your commute? My commute in the morning is anywhere from 35 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic. Lately, it hasn't been too bad, so I'd say about 45 minutes to get to the office. On the way home, it's a little bit longer, from 45 minutes to an hour. If it's anything like last Friday, where there was no school and a lot of people had the day off, both the morning and the evening drives were pretty quick, almost no traffic at all. Just hit the 20-minute mark. Another comment, or excuse me, 3 comments just rolled in. John Gobb said, how long is your flight to Hawaii? There's only one stop, which happens to be in LA, and that's only for 50 minutes. It takes about 2 to 2.5 hours to get there, and then another 5.5 hours to Hawaii, so about 11 hours to get there. And of course, I am flying with United. I waited a little bit longer to get the flights. They would have been $6.99 and with Delta Airlines, but because I waited, the cost went up to $800 and the airline switched from Delta to United. I was really picky for the times I wanted. I wanted to leave really early so I could get in Hawaii in the afternoon to still have the rest of the day to do things. I was just trying to maximize my time. on the way back, I was still pretty picky on the return flight because I wanted to have as much of the final day as possible. So I won't be leaving Hawaii until 9 o'clock at night on Friday. So that gives me the entire day to still do things. I was really trying to maximize my time there. Brad Snyder said, "Oh hey, thanks for joining, Brad." It's nice to see that some Twitter followers are making their way in. About 21 and a half minutes into the video, 5 viewers according to the Samsung camera app. Pretty nifty how all this works. My mind is still blown how you're able to stream high quality video from anywhere you are as long as you have an internet connection and interact with people while doing it. There's a nice looking Lexus RC in front of me. I like that color. It's not too dark, but it's not too bright as well. A couple comments have just came in. Let's see what they are. Brad says, "No problem. Colton shared your link to me." That's cool. John Gobb says, "Who will win the Indy 500 in the overall championship?" They are only 2 races into the season, so I think it's too early to pick somebody, but I think James Hinchcliffe is going to win the Indy 500. I think it's going to be redemption after his practice or qualifying crash from a year or 2 ago. And I think that, I don't know who to pick for the champion yet. 5 races into the season, ask me that again and I'll probably have a better answer. That white Ford Super Duty looks a lot like the new Nissans, especially with the taillight configuration. Let's try and play some different songs and see what comes up. Ooh, baby metal. A new comment has come in. Let's see what it says. F1 overall championship then. Well, it's hard to go against one of the Mercedes drivers, so either Bottas or Hamilton. Pretty much I'd say you have a 25% chance at picking the F1 race winner or the champion. It's gonna be one of the Ferraris or one of the Mercedes. It's hard to go against one of them. Just way too down lanes real quick. When I change cameras, the audio stops. Still at 5 viewers, which is better than expected, to be honest. I'll move over a lane again. Almost at the 24.5-minute mark. I wonder if the YouTube app for iOS has live streaming compatibility yet, or capabilities rather. Now, I shared this stream on Twitter as well, and I don't think a lot of people has come in from that tweet, but that is totally fine, since the stream still counts as VEDA 18. Now, I typically talk about what I had for lunch, so today I went to the Tex-Mex place that I went to last week called Zocalo, and I had a little shredded brisket bowl. So some rice, beans, brisket, lettuce, tomatoes, corn, mixed shredded cheese. Still trying to change some tracks here. I am now at the point in my evening commute where I have We're losing a couple viewers and I am almost at the 26-minute mark, so I'll probably go ahead and stop the stream, and this will turn into VEDA 18. It's nice not to be able to, or rather, it's nice not having to go home, transfer the videos to my computer, edit them, render them, and all that. I could just use this as the video for the day. I probably won't do something like this again though, because I do like to have the pieced together condensed VEDA videos. I think when I hit the 27.5-minute mark, I will go ahead and turn this off. So there are 50 minutes left in the stream. I'll have to check what the video quality looks like when I get home, but if it's anything like the private tests that I did earlier, I think the video quality should be pretty decent. Of course, that's depending on the upload bandwidth for where I am. In the morning, I don't really hit any congestion for T-Mobile LTE, but on the way home, because it's just a lot more busier on the roads, only a couple spots are a little bit slow. 20 seconds to go. Let's see if there are any last second comments that come in. 15 seconds left. I don't think there are going to be any. Haven't seen any come in a couple of minutes. 7 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2,